Good night, Shabbos. Parshas Vayeshev. So Vayeshev Yaakov Eretz Megiddo Aviv. We're talking here about whatever Eretz Megiddo Aviv is, whatever that land is. What we're dealing here with Yaakov. We don't know what it looks like Megiddo Aviv, let's say, yet. But what we do know is that Yaakov is the one that landed in that place, into that consciousness. What is Yaakov? Yaakov Avinu is Neshama Klali. Neshama Klali, which means it encompasses, it takes all of us, our coming, we're emanating from Yaakov Avinu. And Yaakov Avinu is Das. What does it mean he's Das? Which means that he's Kavim Tzai, center line. Das means becoming one with whatever it is that I'm connecting to and with. When a person is in Das, he doesn't think of it. It's automatic. It's part of me knowing myself, me knowing what I'm doing. A person, Adam Yadas Chava, my child. I know it innately. So when consciousness manifests in Welt in many different ways, the intention, the pure intention of how the Creator wanted for Das to land in Welt was Yaakov Avinu, which was Teferes, Kavim Tzoi, balance. And Das goes down from my understanding, which is my key to connect, to become one, goes down to Teferes. Teferes is my gut feeling, where everything is balanced. And as we clean up from my trauma and I forgive and I let go, I can start trusting my intention more, my intuition, because it's more clean, it's pure. And then once again, another very important component, which is the Yesod. My Yesod is my desire to everything. I want to be better, I want to make money, I want to have, everything is coming from my desire. Everything is coming from my Ratzon, from the most powerful tool that we have is our Yesod, the sexual organ. This is how we're able to connect. Now, while my Das is in Mitzrayim, it's in exile, it's covered, I can't see. My head is down, I'm looking downward. If I'm looking down, everything is going down. My Teferes is down, because I'm balancing downward. And my Yesod is down. Instead of looking up, I'm looking down. So everything I do, it's pulling me down. So with this Yaakov program, which we are all where imagine like a satellite or a spaceship that has like thousands of lights coming out of it. That's Yaakov Avinu, and then it's beaming down. And we are emanations of that beam in a physical body, and we're receiving from that. So with this Das comes a tremendous responsibility. Because Das means I also have choice. I get to choose. I can fly right, I can fly left. Because really, that's what it's meant to be. Can I fly right, can I fly left? How do I fly upward? But now that it's in Golas and it's down, then I'm using my Das for Nukvatohim Rab. I'm looking for my Das is in exile, and I'm processing my ego, I'm processing my fears, I'm processing my all my stories. That means that it's under Paro. Paro is yearning from it. When we are in pain, when you are disconnected, then who gains? There's a bank. He gains from it. Whatever that looks like, we're not getting into that. We can do this by Fabringen or by the Shir maybe. So whatever. So now my das is focused. My focus downward. So this is the responsibility that we have. Because I have this powerful tool, which is called das, I get to choose. I can become one with whatever it is that I'm experiencing. I have that koyach, because it's giving me this kashrus. I can understand, because really, how do I connect with something? I connect with something when I'm fully connected. I understand it. I feel it. I understand. I feel. I process. I'm expressing it. So if I can't process something to the ultimate truth, to my ultimate truth, then I'm not connected to my source. I'm not connected to my creator. Because he's B'tachas Apshitas, he's Emes, Titan Emes LeYaakov. That's it. That's how we connect to this vast light that we Eloi Mashvei Sechem is Titan Emes LeYaakov. He gave us the truth. So if I don't have das, that means that I can't bring something back to its truth. I can get distracted and think that truth is by me chasing some whatever dream that I have that's completely false. And I'm running away from my truth because I'm distorted, and this is where das can drive you. When it's down, when it's not connected to its truth. But now, if I have my truth, why? Because I have das, and with das I can take everything back to the ultimate, to my center line, to tainig bilti murgish, tainig murgish. We're in Kislev now, so now we're going the opposite way. We want to feel, we want to experience. It's tainig murgish because it's in Veld. The candles are coming down in Veld. We're bringing the light down. We're not going up to Keser where we want to download pure light. Now we're going in and we want to take this light that we received over Yom Tov, Tishrei, preparing and all that. There's Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Chachma de Makifim, and we want to bring it down. And we want to in Veld ask for it. And this is what the Maimer of last week, where I was talking about that we should ask. This is where the program changes. Different tools now. We're in a different mindset right now. Now, Lavan Arami, Yaakov's father-in-law and our uncle. Yeah, is that what it is? I don't know. I'm not going there now. Some things are complicated at sometimes. So we have Lavan Arami. So what is Lavan Arami? Lavan Arami is Loivan Elyon. Loivan Elyon means that it's extremely high. It's a high koyach. It's keser. It's Loivan. It's white. However, it's krashecha koere. It's so high up there because we know that a chaya tameya comes from a more pure place, a higher place than a chaya kasher chaya. Elamai, because we don't have language for it, which means that there's only that much I can express in Veld of a spirituality, and then the rest I have no words. Just like some things I can't explain, I just listen to. You can't explain a song. You can't explain the taste of a fruit. How sweet and how sour, it doesn't work. So that is lack of language. Not because we can. So we can't activate it with dibur, but how do we activate it? With our machshava. We go into our imagination. That's where we go. We take over from chaya yichida. That's why we go into a higher consciousness. It's okay to just express myself without saying a word. How much more powerful could be an expression coming to a simcha and the music is playing? And I don't have to be somebody talking to me, or I can stay with it and nobody's going to look at me odd. How odd is it to just sit in your chair and listen to the music and enjoy the event? It's so awkward. We can't do this when it's something that we all want to do, unless we are distracted. It's the same distraction during the day. It's the same distraction to the food. It's the same distraction to my business, my wife, my children, myself. It's not, you can't pick and choose. It's either you're mindful or not. So we're going into, where were we? Das? Yeah, Lavan Arami. So Lavan Arami is Loivan Elyon. And we had to come through. The question is, why did Yaakov go back to Lovan Arami, to Lovan and Basil and what's the yichas that in Terech? Why are we going back there? Why doesn't he go somewhere else? Because he wanted the midas. He wanted to bring us through that kav. Because that kav works. That's the most powerful kav that they figured out with their nevuah, because they were so aligned. They saw what we need in order to do this. So the love and Aram is within us. We have love in us, which is my ramoi, which is, it's my liar. It's my flickering in and out of awareness. And so it's like Yaakov tells him, you lied to me 10 times. I said it's poem 10 times that you're spinning. And what are we thinking about? We look at love and like Berachel Bitcha Haktana, and yet he shows up with Leah, and stone cold faced. He's not even flinching. Is that even normal? Like what type of a person can do such a thing? So that is a true Kesser moment. Going in and out of it, and we got to be, so fine. So we have. So this is the loving within us. Now, once again, if you have that koyach, and you apply the das to that, and you start driving the das upward, then it turns into love and alien after the bitter, which is what happens is, what does that look like in real language? A lot of choshech is gonna disappear. A lot of fears, a lot of it's a high level bitter. And we're all at that stage right now, because we're in Kessering, we're in Kesser mode, we're clearing up Kesser. We're getting into a Yechida moment, which is the consciousness of oneness. So that we got to be fearless in raising the awareness, and to just to always surrender to the light. Always surrender to the light. It's everything has an umazeh. Everything has an umazeh. It has an opposite. There's Amalek. There's the opposite of Amalek. There's Knan, Yechid, Timur, all of them. But that is giving us the power. Because if I can go to one extreme, then what's the opposite of my squeeze? What's the opposite of me being not happy? Take that same power and push it to go into simcha. Like force yourself. Pick yourself up. Mekimim ofardol. Getting up. That is the first levels of Tchis HaMesim. Yes, we are kind of dead the way we live, but now as you wake up from this, waking up from a sleep, says the Rebbe. We're going to wake up from like a dream state, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like rather, I want to take that back. Not I can't believe it, but there's going to become an awareness. What did I experience? What did I feel? And just surrender to it. Use your koyach to surrender to it. The same koyach that pulls you the other side, that's just there to show you. Because remember, we spoke about this, that we are end game. Baruch she'amar lo medai. We are the wall of, as far as consciousness bounces off from. The sun shines and it hits the ground. We are the ground for Elokus. We are the ground for Das. We're the ground for Yechida. This is how it shows up over here. And the Kesser is where we get where we get from the Tzelem. The Tzelem is the flash is of the Kisei HaKavod, and the Kamara Adam is the Mus Shel Yaakov Avinu. And this is where we're going in. Our consciousness is on the Kisei HaKavod. That's the Adam La'Elyon. Adam La'Elyon means it's in singularity, or it's flashing off. It's flashing off, it's receiving from the purest intention of what we're here for. We're receiving that because we're sitting, the Adam La'Elyon, the Yaakov, the Mus Yaakov is sitting on the Kisei HaKavod, is this week's Parsha. And this is the Mus that Yosef HaTzadik saw when he was by Eshes Potifar. And she tried to distract him, to pull him in, to get him out of flow, so to speak, in the best case. And he saw the Mus Shel Yaakov Avinu. What does that mean, the Mus Shel Yaakov Avinu? Because Yosef was in the lowest place. He was in Mitzrayim, in Beis Hatabachim. The executioner, it was, what type of energy was there? You can only imagine. And Sigavin, it was finster there, and all types of kishuf, it was all types of choshech going on over there. And Yosef is at the pit. What happens? The tzaddik is in Yisod Olam, he goes deep into the pit, and from there he nails it. He receives the Yekna, the Mishal Aviv, the Yekna Yaakov Avinu. He saw the tzira from the Kisei HaKol, from Adam. He wasn't going to fail. It was Yosef HaTzadik. He had it. He had to figure out he was strong enough. He wasn't weak. It's talking about from the consciousness, the first kav, the Yesod from Yaakov Avinu. So he was just infiltrating the same way the Baba Sar was infiltrating in by Pare. Avram could have done what he could have done to make sure that she doesn't get taken. Right? If she was able to get out from there, he could have made sure she doesn't end up, but he wanted to, because that's where they started breaking the klippah. He received 10 makas, which that triggered 10 makas later from out of Mitzrayim. And this is where Yosef HaTzadik, the Yisod Olam, is in the Moshel B'Kupa, which means like deep within me, deep within each and every one of us, there's a Nas Techalasim B'Sefim. We have the Yosef HaTzadik Koyach, that Koyach, which is Eish Lahava, which is to burn. It turns in the house of Esav, as Rashi says, that when Yosef was born, then it was Eish and Eish Lahava. I don't remember the Lashon off top, but this is what we're talking about. We're talking about in consciousness, we have the koyach to overcome Esav, to get him under control. Esav is toyu, he's just full of emotion. You apply a little bit of das, and give him a little bit of love, and it's over. What did Yaakov do to Esav? He bowed down, he rebuked 7 times. He was bicking to the point where Esav, when he got to him, he hugged him and kissed him. He hugged him and kissed him because he got his attention. He got his attention. When you give him love to the animal, when you give love to Toyu, when you see him, when you pay attention to the little boy, that's it. That's all he wants, because that's the truth. That's the ultimate truth. Love is the ultimate truth. That's the texture of Creator. That's what that means. That's the texture of the purest way of our Creator, which is love, compassion, chesed. And Yaakov Avinu also, our consciousness is rachamim, which is teferes both. It's even a higher level of love. Rachamim is more integration. I'm with me. I'm with myself. It's mercy. Love is out there. I go out and I do. Here, which is rachamim, next level, I don't need to run anymore in order to make myself feel good. I can just be with myself. This is what I'm giving. And from that, the next one and the next one and the next one, it starts, transferring this being in flow, being in connection. Yeah. So, Baruch Hashem, I think we covered it all. Chanukah, one more thing. So we have the Chanukah is the candle that, as we said last night, that gives me the fire behind enemy line. While I'm in my 5-6 o'clock run, I light that candle with intention. In my choshech, in my wherever I am, in my dirt, in whatever it is. I bring a candle, I bring the light, and that grounds that light, that lights up that light. And once again, to drive it positively, as you look into the candles, drive positive, pull yourself out into flying in, just being in flow, just being good, being happy, and look at your obstacles, take three or four of them, look at them, this is where I want to succeed, this is where I'm lacking, and stare it down and go with it. Put a positive rev underneath, rev the engine. And the candles will give you that power. Because we have, the Torah has in it, the Oiragonas that was hidden is in the Torah. And that's why we can learn and we don't see it. We have to learn again and again and again. Or we listen, and that helps, as the Tani says this week. Also, listening is a different way if you can't apply it by reading, which is a different method of receiving, of upgrading the machine. So there's another form by seeing, looking, seeing, and this is the candles. We're lighting the candles. This is the Kodesh Kodeshim. This is the tzaddik that we're mekushir to. That is the fire of the Mus Yaakov, let's say. Like that type of das, that type of oil that will give us the koyach to have choice to break everything through. And I'm choosing always to the right, because we have the eagle's wings. So we have the left and the right. The left, we know we have enough left. There's enough left. There's enough Shmuel Adecha. There's enough pushing away. There's enough resistance. Always turn to the right. Where am I in flow? Where am I happy? Where is it better? Where is it good? There can be consequences. Okay, so you'll go through that too. If somebody takes advantage of that, then you more oil. Well, sometimes it has to come packaged with a punch. Stuff for animals. So always to the right. And once you flap the right wing, that's when we start gliding. That's the Nesher. That's the S.S. Chamakam from the Sharm. So candles, Chanukah, receive the light and don't deny it. Don't deny it. Don't let Pare in there. The Lavan. Don't let the Lavan Arami come back and start lying and confusing. I did see, I'm not sure. Seeing meaning like it's not good, it is good. Just go positive. Go start doubling down on the white. All right, we'll bring over Chanukah, and we'll go deeper into the orders of Chanukah. Have an awesome Shabbos.